switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut up with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top. Stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it.
We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury week.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Patriots take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A 3rd down gain of 19. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Throwing, Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Patriots at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jones on 3rd down. Forced, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And Now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll go again with Dobbins. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That's pulled in at the 32. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 7, Jones going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Now it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 17 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch. Ravens at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. That's good for a Patriots.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and goal, Jackson able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd and goal, Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch. Down.
A gain of 14. And the first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And his pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that. And a crazy situation we just saw there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are right back in this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Ravens 31, Patriots 16.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Harris is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Folk connects on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
They go play action now. Jackson gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, he'll buy some. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. Was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the phone.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the